Okay, I'm going to show today how to root prune and repot a plant. And the reason I do this is because eventually the soil gets too filled up with roots and there's not enough nutrients to support the plant, so I have to add new soil. And one way to add new soil would be to put the plant in a bigger pot, but these pots, this is a subtropical plant, there's a pineapple guava, and it needs to be protected in winter, so I'd have to move it indoors in the fall, to move it outdoors in the spring, and it's just so big a pot that I can handle. And this is I have a lot of potted plants, and this is a very manageable sized pot. And so what I'm going to do, rather than move the plant into a bigger pot, is I'm going to cut off some of the roots so that the plant can go back into the same pot with new soil packed around the roots. So the first step is to slide the plant. It's been in that pot a long time. Slide the plant out of the pot, and then I'm going to shave off some roots all around the root ball. And I'll shave about 1 inch off this size root ball. And I used to use a kitchen knife, but I found this my Porter Cable reciprocating saw with a medium blade really does a nice job quickly and easily. You can see the way the old soil is totally filled up with roots. It's being held together. So that will be replaced by new soil. Save this old soil, put it in the compost pile. And this isn't straight soil, this is potting soil. And what I use is the same potting mix I use for everything. I use it for seedling plants, I use it for house plants, I use it for potted fruit plants. So I just put the plant right back into its pot. And you can see there's space now for new soil. And here's my potting soil I mixed up yesterday. Just put it in here. And I want to really have intimate contact between the soil and the roots. So what I'm going to do is pack it in there. Going to bounce the pot a little to make it all settle in. Press it in. Put the plant at the same height it was. I don't want to pile soil higher than it was. Do a little weeding while I'm doing this. And that's it. The plant's ready to go. I'll give it a good watering, and I'll do this every year, or at the most every 2 years. And this plant will stay outside till about December, when it gets temperatures get below, say, about 25 to 30 degrees. Then it will go indoors somewhere to a protected spot. This is an evergreen plant, doesn't need light. Oh, one more thing. Since I don't want the plant, the top, to keep getting bigger and bigger, because then it'll become too big for the house. And also there was loss of roots, so I want to take off some of the top to balance that. So I'll do a little pruning here, just to open the plant up a little. And pruning for every plant is a little different, especially fruit plants, because their bearing habit, where they bear fruit, varies. It could be on new growth, it could be on 1-year-old wood, it could be on older wood, so you have to take that into account. For now, I'm just going to thin this out so that some branches are removed, so it looks nice also, and maybe I'll do more pruning in the spring. And this repotting and root pruning could be done fall or spring, but I like to do it in the fall because got a lot of things to do in the spring. That's one less thing to do. So there it is. The plant, it looked like somewhat of a brutal treatment, I'll admit, but the plant will be happy. It's got new place for the roots to explore, more food, and it's ready to go till next year at this time, or 2 years at this time.